Yo, what is going on, guys? Porter Gaming here, and welcome to a brand new series. It's kind of an intro video. I'm not gonna do a show today. I just want to talk you through the company and what's been going on recently, the champions, tag teams we've got, etc., etc. So yeah, this is TNA 2002. I've been playing this save for a while. I think we're about 10 months in on the game. I don't know. I haven't played this in ages, by the way. So I'm rediscovering things as you're discovering them. So yeah. So first off, let's get into the history, I suppose. So we'll just do pay-per-views, I think, 'cause that's all we really need to do. So first one was Turning Point, January 2002. And it went decent, better than I was expecting, considering we'd only got D's beforehand and a D minus. So we got C minus. So the matches in this one were The Addiction, so Christopher Daniels and Frankie Kazarian beating Beer Money and Daniel Bryan and CM Punk, who didn't have a tag team name at the time. Now they are known as the Straight Edge Dragons, but at the time it was just Bryan Danielson and CM Punk. I am using Danielson as Daniel Bryan now as well. So yeah, I was considering two tag team names for them too. It was either GT Yes or the Straight Edge Dragons. We went with the Straight Edge Dragons. But yeah, that was the first one. So the first ever tag team champions were The Addiction, Frankie Kazarian and Christopher Daniels. Unfortunately, Christopher Daniels left 2 weeks later to go to New Japan Pro Wrestling. And he was only there for about 2 months, and they released him. And now he won't resign for us because apparently he's too big for us now. So that really sucks. But anyway, first ever X Division champion was Low Key. He's only one of two. You'll find that out soon. But he defeated AJ Styles. Oh no, he's one of three. He defeated AJ Styles, Devon Storm, aka Crowbar, and Chris Sabin. And the main event was apparently not for a title, but Rick Steiner defeated Gangrel and Jerry Lynn. So that was the first pay-per-view. The second was Against All Odds. How many shows have we done? 52, Jesus. So Against All Odds was the second pay-per-view. We don't actually have any pay-per-view carriers, so it's just an event. But yeah, so Chris Harris defeated George Estrada. Ken Anderson defeated Austin Aries. David Young defeated Chris Sabin. Where are the title matches? There aren't any. There aren't any title matches. I must have forgotten to do them. But Daniel Bryan defeated the Amazing Red. Jerry Lynn defeated Kazarian. James Storm and AJ Styles defeated. No, that must be Devon Storm and AJ Styles defeated Beer Money. And Jarrett and Steiner defeated Gangrel and Low Key. So no titles in that one, which is weird. But anyway, next one, Destination X, 58 C minus. We were getting regular C minuses at this point. Okay, never mind. But hey, we were selling out 300 seat arenas, which was great. But anyway, yeah, Destination X. So tag team titles, the Straight Edge Dragons. They must have won the titles on an episode of Impact. I say an episode of Impact. You know what I mean. But the Straight Edge Dragons defeated Frankie Kazarian and Michael Shane, a.k.a. Serotonin, to retain the world titles. AJ Styles defeated the Amazing Red, Low Key and Chris Sabin for the X Division title, I believe in an Ultimate X match. And Jeff Jarrett defeated Jerry Lynn for the TNA World Heavyweight title. The next pay-per-view then was TNA Lockdown. This got a 63C. I believe it was our first C. Oh no, we had a C plus and a C. Okay, so yeah, Lockdown. So Straight Edge Dragons defeated Beer Money to retain the titles. Styles defeat. Hang on a minute. Yeah. Okay. So we had exactly the same match. Is that exactly the same match for the X Division Championship? It is exactly the same match. Okay, that's why it confused me. But yeah, AJ Styles defeated Amazing Red, Loki, and Chris Sabin for the X Division Championship. And JBL defeated Jeff Jarrett for the TNA World Heavyweight Championship. What a signing he was, JBL. I honestly didn't expect him to get anybody from WWE as early as this. But WWE, well, his contract was running out and he turned them down and joined us, which was awesome. Next up, Hard Justice 64C. You notice we're getting much bigger attendances now. But yeah, AJ Styles defeated Loki to retain the X Division Championship. Straight Edge Dragons defeated Beer Money to retain the World Tag Team titles again. And JBL defeated Jeff Jarrett and AJ Styles. Yeah, Option C. Yeah, we created Option C a little bit earlier than in real life. But Styles cashed in his X Division Championship for a title match. And he lost. But it was a great match. 71C plus, would that have been? 72 is the starting point for B-, isn't it? Anyway. Next one. Next episode of Impact. Next kind of pay-per-view was Tna Slammiversary. So, title matches. Oh yeah, Abyss ended Sabu's career because their match bombed. Well, not really, but the match did bomb. It got a 23, which wasn't great. But anyway, Straight Edge Dragons defeated Beer Money and the Motor City Machine Guns to retain the tag team titles. Loki defeated Carlito. Apparently the X Division Championship wasn't on the line in that one. And JBL defeated AJ Styles to retain the World Heavyweight Championship. Next up, No Surrender. 2000 Sellout, which was good. 63C. So, tag team titles. Beer Money defeated the Straight Edge Dragons for the titles. And Colt Cabana joined forces with Beer Money. I think, was it Beer Money that put Colt Cabana out of action? I can't remember. But yeah. Loki defeated Devon Storm to retain the X Division Championship. And Jeff Jarrett defeated AJ Styles and JBL for the world title. So the next pay-per-view was TNA Sacrifice, which got 67C+, which I think was our best so far. So pay-per-view? What the fuck am I on about? Title matches. So Beer Money defeated the Motor City Machine Guns to retain the title. To retain the titles. That match didn't do as good as I'd hoped because they were both heels, which I didn't really realise at the time. That and our tag team division was a little bit thin. But Loki defeated Devon Storm, Carlito, and the Amazing Red to retain the X Division Championship. Oh, excuse me. And Jeff Jarrett defeated Jerry Lynn to retain the TNA Heavyweight title. So, yeah. Next up was Victory Road. A little bit down, but 60C, not too bad. Yeah. Beer Money defeated Serotonin to retain the titles. Loki defeated Carlito in a ladder match to retain the X Division Championship. And AJ Styles defeated Jeff Jarrett, JBL, and Mr. Perfect for the TNA Heavyweight title. So yeah. Bound for Glory. 73B-. This was amazing. And we had a pretty amazing debutee in this pay-per-view. So, Beer Money defeated Straight Edge Dragons and the Motor City Machine Guns for the Tag Team Championships. R-Truth defeated Carlito and Loki for the X Division title. So, I think Loki had been holding the title for 3-4 months. And him and R-Truth have had some insane matches. I think, is it this one? 82 there between R-Truth and Loki. 73 between Loki and R-Truth. 81 between Loki and R-Truth. So yeah, those two have put on some amazing matches in the tri-state area for us. That's because their overness is so high up there. And the main event, Sting defeated AJ Styles for the TNA Heavyweight title. So yeah, Sting debuted, man. His debut actually got an 88 rating, which was insane. That was the best rating we've ever had. And the match got 75B-. So yeah, pretty insane. Since then we haven't done great, but 3,200 just for an episode of Impact, not too bad. We don't have any TV deals or pay-per-view deals, which sucks, but we'll show you our size now. You can see we're not really in a place to get it. Popularity is 45D in the southeast, but it's all on importance, isn't it, really? Really, we're not far away from getting halfway to becoming a cult company. We just need 3% more in the southeast, and then I'll probably focus on the tri-state area. Makes more sense, doesn't it, really? Popularity, we're quite high up in the mid-Atlantic, so I may start doing some shows in there as well. But for now, we're just going to focus on the southeast. I think get that up to where it needs to be, and then we'll go to the tri-state and start rotating the tri-state and the mid-Atlantic. And hopefully, when we get to cult, we'll be able to get a TV deal. I'm not sure I want to get one before that, but anyway. I'll show you the roster. We've got quite a good roster. So I've got Abyss, who is, as you'd expect, pretty decent at brawling and hardcore. His performance and physical abilities are really good, actually, which is great. But yeah, he's managed by Nikki Rocks. I don't think I can. Well, we'll see her when we get to her. Air Paris, obviously, AJ Styles' is tag team partner in WCW as part of Air Raid. You see, he's a perfect fit for the X Division, which is the main reason we brought him in, really. But I've not used him, mainly because his popularity is so low. Although it's pretty decent in the southeast, so we might start using him a bit more. AJ Styles, obviously the former X Division champion, obviously very good, kind of X Division wise. He's carrying on the program with Sting at the moment, but he keeps fluctuating between main event and upper mid card, which is really annoying. So we may use him in the X Division for a bit longer after this kind of thing with Sting's up, and we might go with Sting and Jeff Jarrett for a bit. So yeah, so AJ Styles, Alex Shelley, obviously just part of the Motor City Machine Guns. He's pretty decent all round. The Amazing Red, I'm not going to show you through all of them, but yeah, Amazing Red's loyal to TNA, which is great. He's a spot monkey, great X Division talent. Angelina Love, who looks nothing like she does now. It's pretty scary, really. But yeah, Austin Aries, obviously can't not have Austin Aries on a TNA save, really, unless Ring of Honor steal him from you. Yeah, he's loyal to TNA, which is good. He's only an opener, which is quite annoying. But yeah, I'm going to start pushing him a bit. Bobby Roode, obviously part of Beer Money with James Storm. Carlito, many of you may recognise him from WWE. Carlos Colon, Carlito's dad, or well, Carlos Colon Sr. Carly Colon, Carlos Colon. Chris Sabin, the other half of the Motor City Machine Guns. CM Punk, fairly sure you know who he is. Colt Cabana, CM Punk's friend. Downey Bryan, fairly sure you know who he is. Dave Taylor, he's a road agent, I believe. Yeah, so he's a road agent. He's got pretty good psychology, I think. I should hope so. Yeah, he does. Devon Storm, aka Crowbar. I wasn't sure what to use him as, but we went with Devon Storm because originally we didn't have Bobby Roode, so I was going to put Devon Storm and James Storm in a tag team, but I found Bobby Roode and he's pretty decent, actually, Devon Storm. But he's not very over, so yeah. Dr. Anderson, yeah, I needed a doctor for Abyss. I was going to go with Abdullah the Butcher, but then he retired. So we went with Mr. Anderson, but renamed him Dr. Anderson. And he's pretty decent. Dutch Mantel, aka Zeb Coulter. I don't know why I didn't realise that before Googling it, but yeah. Because I needed to Google it to find out his name so I could get a picture. And it was Zeb Coulter. So yeah, he's a road agent. Got pretty decent psychology. Nice. Moving on. Eric Young, again, can't really have a TNA save without Eric Young either. Frankie Kazarian, half of Serotonin. Gail Kim, Mean Gene, who's an authority figure. Jack Evans, and again another X Division talent. He's only an enhancement talent, so we really need to push him as well, so we can start using him in shows properly. James Storm, obviously half of the tag team champions. Jay Lethal, not quite sure what to do with him, but again he's only an opener, which is annoying. Jeff Jarrett, obviously, the guy who founded TNA, couldn't not have him really. Jerry Lynn, main eventer. I don't know why, because he's not actually that good. His overness isn't great, and okay, never mind. Forget I said anything. Jillian Hall, who was JBL's manager? No, not anymore. JBL, yeah, he's pretty decent. His overness is quite low actually. He's always been quite low. Then again, I suppose 2002, would that have been kind of the start of his career? I don't know. I didn't watch wrestling then. Skills, pretty decent at brawling. That's pretty much it. So, yeah, he's on an exclusive PPA, so he doesn't... Oh, what the hell is that picture? Oh, he started in 2005. Fair enough. But anyway, George Estrada, an Elvis impersonator for some reason. I don't know. Low Key, again. Our longest reigning X Division championship so far. Mark Johnson, referee. For some reason, he's a robber. Matt Sydal, aka Evan. Is it Evan Bourne? I think it's Evan Bourne, isn't it? Is it Evan Bourne? I've got to check this now. It is Evan Bourne. Okay. Gotta check. Cheerleader Melissa, who is not very good, but then she's a knockout. So Michael Shane, the other half of Serotonin. Mike Tna, our announcer, obviously. Nikki Rocks, Abyss's manager. P.T. Williams, was he one of TNA's originals? Fairly sure he was. R-Truth, started using him as Ron Killings, but then I kind of not unconsciously, but subconsciously, that's the word, used a promo that emphasized on the word truth. So I thought, you know what, we'll just rename him R-Truth and we'll just go with it. Samoa Joe, again, pretty standard. Gotta have Samoa Joe. Scott Armstrong, referee, who now works for WWE. Is he their senior official? I think he is. Sting, the icon, $3,500 a show, but he is not that good in the ring, but he's pretty damn good on the mic. Well, not on the mic, but his acting and all that shabam is really good. Psychology is good as well. Could he have an unscripted match with Jeff Jarrett? He could. That could be good. Tracy Brooks, again, just a female talent. We don't actually have a women's division yet. I know it says we do, but we don't really focus on it. And me, who is for some reason really good on the mic. So yeah, that's the roster. Tag teams, let's have a look at tag teams. So we've got Air Raid, who we don't really use, so I'm actually going to set them to inactive regular. Beer Money, Jack Evans and Matt Sydal are apparently a tag team. Like I said, it's been a long time since I played this. Motor City Machine Guns, obviously. Serotonin, the Straight Edge Dragons, the CM Punk and Daniel Bryan, and the Asylum, Abyss and Dr. Anderson. Do we have any more tag teams than that? No. Incomplete tag teams, we've got the Amazing Red and Brian XL. Don't know who he is, but he's very good in the kind of X Division style. He's the ROH World Champion as well. It's interesting. Pretty popular in the tri-state area, which is one of the areas we're really trying to improve on. America's Most Wanted, Chris Harris. Not really fussed about him. Evolution, Nova and Frankie Kazarian. He's not bad. He's not bad. Maybe. Loki and Xavier. Who's Xavier? Not Xavier Woods, surely. No, he's white. Sting and Lex Luger. I don't fancy it, to be honest. God, Lex Luger's got shit. I don't think he's over either. He's not bad, actually, in that sense. The APA. I think Ron Simmons is still at WWE. Oh, he's not. Maybe. Maybe not. Probably not. The Blue Bloods, William Regal and Dave Taylor. Well, Regal's in WWE. So, yeah, that's not going to happen. Anyway, storylines we've got running at the moment. So, obviously, we've got the TNA Championship, which is at 77B, which is amazing. The Tag Team Championship, which isn't that good. But we only need 2 storylines with more than 41 heat, so we've achieved that. X Division Championship, which is running at 62C, which is great. And the Asylum, which is at 51D+. CM Punk and Daniel Bryan, I think I'm going to take them out and put in Serotonin, because Beer Money and Straight Edge Dragons have faced off so many times. I've lost count. Creative meeting before we end this video then, because I've realised we are running on 20 minutes. So Sting, Low-Key, Jeff Jarrett, JBL and R-Truth are the franchise players. Next big things that only ever seems to be one, which is really annoying. But Chris Sabin. Hot prospects: Sabin, Samoa Joe, Frankie Kazarian, Colt Cabana and P.T. Williams. Talk the talk. Vortex Gaming. Hey, that's me. That's me, boys. Gene Okerlund and Mike Tenay. Notice no CM Punk. Showstoppers: Loki, R-Truth, AJ Styles, Colt Cabana and Sting. Colt Cabana's popping up a lot, actually. Ring Generals: Loki, Daniel Bryan, Jeff Jarrett, AJ Styles and Jerry Lynn. Who's hot? Sting, JBL, Loki and Nikki Rocks. All 4 of them are heels. Who's not? Alex Shelley, Michael Shane, Jillian Hall, Jeff Jarrett and Frankie Kazarian. Oh, pardon me. Time declines: Sting. Naturally, he is old. And Hidden Gems: Super Dragon. Don't fancy it. Lash LaRue, Melina Perez, maybe. Pitbull Gary Wolf, never heard of him. And Buff Bagwell. Take a look at him. Yeah, he's not that good. Anyway, do we have any stables? Oh, the Asylum and the Second City Saints. But anyway, yeah, that's it for this episode, guys. So I'm thinking maybe the first episode tomorrow, maybe. Not sure. I will still upload the modern TNA save as well, and obviously the Ring of Honor save. I'm going to be starting that again though, because I've got a better database. So yeah, keep an eye out for that. And yeah, I say a better database, a database that I prefer more, because more stuff's right on it. But yeah, so that's it, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Peace.
So, start of the show, we've got 3 dark matches. First one, Charlie Haas and Shelton Benjamin defeat DJZ and Manic. Just a random heel tag team flew together. That got 75B-, man. That's good. Obviously, Haas and Benjamin showed